welcome back to my channel. My name is Casey and today I am going to do the TMI tag for you. I was watching videos this morning and saw a lot of people doing question and answers, TMI tag, the husband tag, you know, all that fun stuff. And I decided that I wanted to do it. So I'm gonna do it for you. I have the list of questions that I found online on my phone. So I'm just gonna be reading them off and then telling you the answer. So if you wanna hear all about my life, basically, then just keep watching. Okay, so my very first question is, what are you wearing? There's 50 questions here. I don't know if I'm gonna put them all in, but question number one is, what are you wearing? And currently I am wearing a sweatshirt from Victoria's Secret that has like a navy color down here and then a zipper that goes halfway down. It says pink. I have a sports bra underneath, bright pink, because why not? And then I'm actually wearing sweats, so I'm comfortable. It's fine. Have you ever had a terrible breakup? Yes. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I have. I've had a couple. It's fine. The next question is, how old are you? And I am actually 19. A lot of people, including my coworkers, one of my bosses even, thought that I was like 23, 24. You know, in that age, that's usually what people think that I am. I do tend to act a little bit more mature for my age, and I look older. So if anybody was wondering, I'm only 19. I'm a little baby. The next question is, how tall are you? And I am actually, I think I'm 5'3"-ish. That's what it says on my driver's license, so 5'3". Next question is, how much do you weigh? And I currently weigh 152 pounds as of this morning. I'm on my way to losing some weight though. I'm not necessarily overweight, but I could be better. The next question is, do you have any piercings? And yes, I have a ton of piercings. I have my nose pierced, as you can see. I have my septum pierced. I haven't actually worn it in a while, but in my past videos, you will be able to look back and see my septum in my nose if you want to. That's cool. I also have a lot of ear piercings. I have my double lobes done. I have my tragus, and I have 3 piercings up here in my cartilage. I don't know if they're still open, but I did it myself when I was younger, which is a really bad idea. Don't do that. Don't pierce anything yourself. Just go to a piercer. And if your parents won't let you, go to a piercer when you're 18, because it's not worth it to even risk like screwing up your ears, because I'm lucky. I got really lucky and didn't really have any like keloids in my cartilage or any scarring. So I got lucky, but it can be dangerous. So don't do that at home. And then on my other side, I do have my industrial and then double lobes on this side as well. And I did pierce my ears, I think 2 times over here by myself. I was a freshman and yeah, I don't want to talk about it. And then I also have my belly button pierced. So next question is, do you have any tattoos? Yes, I do. I have a few. How many do I have? So the first one I'll show you is this one right here. This is one of my tattoos. This is the most recent one that I have. This is a semicolon. And in case you're like, why do you have a semicolon behind your ear? It's because the semicolon represents the Semicolon Project. And in case you don't know what the Semicolon Project is, it is to help suicide awareness and self-harm awareness. So that's a different story. Maybe one day I can get into that if you guys were ever curious, but that's what that one represents. The next one I have is actually right here on my shoulder, and it is a friend's tattoo. I've gotten a lot of crap about this tattoo. It's just kind of random. There is kind of a story behind it. I am obsessed with the show Friends. Like, I've seen the entire series and I just love watching it. It's so random and funny, and you know, I love it. Go team Rachel and Ross. But when I went and visited my family this last January, I visited my best friend in Idaho. That's where I'm from, is Idaho. And she and I were like, oh my gosh, we should get tattoos. That'd be so fun. So we spontaneously got a bunch of tattoos, and the semicolon was one of them. We were gonna get this together, so we planned it, and then she was like, okay, to be honest, I've never even seen Friends, so I'm not gonna get that tattoo, and she ended up getting one that meant something special to her instead. But this one still holds a place in my heart for her, because we were gonna get it together and I got it with her, just not, she didn't get it also, so it's fine. The next one I have is actually on the back of my arm. So this is another one that I have. It was one piece. So these 4 are actually the alchemic symbols. So this one right here stands for earth. This one stands for air. This one right here stands for fire. And then this one down here stands for water. And then my arm is all up and awkward. so I can't really, yeah. So yeah, there's that tattoo. So this is my next tattoo, and it was actually my first tattoo. I got it when I turned 18, the day after I turned 18. I went kind of crazy. And this one was actually planned out for a little while. On there's like the cherry blossom tree, and then if you can't tell, there's like the breast cancer ribbon waving on the tree. And then on this side, there is actually a hummingbird right there. So aside from being my first tattoo, that tattoo actually holds a lot of meaning to me. My great-grandma battled breast cancer, and my sister, both of my sisters, my younger one's only 15 though, so she can't quite get tattoos yet. But my older sister, my mom, and my grandma and we all just kind of decided that we were going to get a breast cancer tattoo. My older sister has, but my grandma and my mom have yet to get theirs. I don't think my mom's gonna get hers. So we all decided we were gonna get a breast cancer tattoo. So I had been sitting and looking and trying to decide exactly what I wanted to get and all that fun jazz. So I finally settled on getting a cherry blossom tree because I really just like the idea of cherry blossom trees. Like, they're so beautiful, they're so like classy, I guess you could say. I really like them. And then my grandma also really liked hummingbirds. And so I just feel like it just tied all together. And then my tattoo artist had the idea of doing the ribbon, so it just kind of flowed in the wind on my back. So I really liked that idea, so we just put it all together and tattooed it on my back. And I did get that one done in one session. It took me about 4.5 hours, I think. 4 or 5 hours. I don't remember exactly how long, but it was painful. Okay, so my next ones are all on my lower body, so they're kind of difficult to show. I'm gonna take pictures and then show them to you on my phone. So I have a foot tattoo, and this is my tattoo on my foot. It's kind of hard to see, I'm sorry, but it's a hibiscus flower, and it's purple and it's blue. My boyfriend one day was like, hey, what's your favorite flower? And I was like, I really like hibiscus flowers, they're really pretty. So he got his tattooed on his foot. We both have it on our right foot, and his is black and gray. And so I decided to get one on my right foot, and it's blue and purple. So this is a tattoo that I have on the outside of my right ankle. It is Idaho, and then it has home at the bottom. I was born and raised in Idaho, so this is the other tattoo that I got with my best friend from Idaho. We both got this on the same spot on our feet, on our ankles. So it holds a lot of meaning to me. My family, most of my family is in Idaho, so when I think home, I mean, I live here, this is my home now, but when I think family and home, I think Idaho, because my boyfriend's family is there, my family's there, and it's growing there, and then we have created our own home here. So that's kind of what I think back to. So it holds a lot of meaning for me there too. And then my very last tattoo is on the inside of my left ankle, and this is what it is. It's a triangle with 3 dots in the center of it, and this actually represents progress. My boyfriend and I, we have a couple tattoos together. We were talking when I was getting my first one. This was my second one. I got it done the same night that I got my back done, and then I got my arm done and my foot done together, and then I got my other 3 tattoos done together. And we found these triangles. We were talking about getting tattoos done together, and I found these triangles. One was just the outline of a triangle and one was colored in, and we liked that idea, but then we wanted to take it a step farther to make it more personable and more relatable to us. So his represents creativity, I think, creation, something, create, I think it is, just plain and simple. And then this is mine. I kind of made it myself. I found a square with 3 dots going horizontally instead of vertically, and it meant progress, I think. So I just kind of changed it into a triangle, so it fit me. And yeah, I struggled in high school with depression, and I still do, and a lot of other things. And so this tattoo to me is more than just a triangle with 3 dots in it or meaning progress. It means that I am progressing from where I was, and I will continue and always progress from where I was and continue to learn and build off of what I have been through. So that's what that tattoo means to me. I don't really talk about it a lot when people ask me about it. I just tell them it means progress and go from there. But a lot of people are like, oh, it looks like a yield sign. So I'm like, yeah, it's yield for don't tell me my tattoo looks like a yield sign or I'm gonna kick you in the face. That's what I told my boss one time. That sounded really bad, but we joked around with each other a lot. So there's that tattoo. So next is, what's your favorite drink? And I probably have to say strawberry lemonade. I really love strawberry. The flavor strawberry, actual strawberries, like anything artificial strawberry, I love it. I'm obsessed with it. And then every time I go out to eat, I always get strawberry lemonade. So either that or water. And then I do like cream soda and ginger ale, but I try not to drink soda very much. I've been better at it, but strawberry, pretty much anything I'm obsessed with, so, you know. The next question is, what's your favorite song? And I don't think I really have a favorite song. I do really like the song Iris from by Goo Goo Dolls. It's a cover. I don't know the original artist, but I really, really like that song. And I like the song, it's called I Am by Hilary Duff. As cheesy as that is, if you listen to the lyrics, it's so meaningful, and I just feel like it's so me. So I've always really, really liked that song, just kind of like undercover liked that song because, I don't know, it was made like 15 years ago or something, I don't know. But I really like that song. I don't listen to it very much anymore, but those are two of the songs that I think of when I think my favorite song. But I don't have a specified favorite song, which I don't really know why. I love music and I love listening to music, so yeah. The next question is, what is your zodiac sign? And my zodiac sign is, I'm a Taurus. I was born on May 6th, and I was born a day after my grandma. Well, not like a day after my grandma. I was born the day after my grandma's birthday. So yeah, I was a present to her. The next question is, how long does it take you to shower? And that just depends. I mean, if I'm having a bad day, if I'm having a good day, if I'm in a hurry, if I'm just chilling, like if I have to shave my legs, like it just depends. There's never a set time that I put in my mind for me to shower. So it just depends on how much time I have. So yeah. The next question is, what's your favorite show? Oh gosh. I have so many shows that I love watching. I love Pretty Little Liars. I'm gonna throw it out there. I absolutely am obsessed with Pretty Liars. Pretty Little Liars. I cannot wait for the next season to come out, the final season. I just keep thinking about it and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is it gonna be like? I'm so excited for it. I also really liked Breaking Bad. I was so obsessed with that show. Like, I made my boyfriend get it, Dalton. I made him get me the last season before it came out on Netflix because I was dying to watch it, and I'm actually really mad with how it ended. Yeah. And then my next favorite show, like I said, I have a few of them. I also really, really love Dexter. I'm watching it for the second time. I also really hate the ending of that show too, but it's really good, and I don't know. It's like the perfect amount of like vulgar and being morbid. You know, I am obsessed with that. I love Dexter. Dalton and I watch that together a lot. I also really love Friends, as you know, because I have it tattooed on my shoulder. And then I feel like there was another one that oh yeah, Orange is the New Black. I love Orange is the New Black. It's a very inappropriate show, but it's so good. It is so good. And I can't wait for the next season to come out of that either. So those are my top favorite shows. That's what I would go to watch. Oh, and Switched at Birth. I really love Switched at Birth too. I'm watching it for like the third time now. Yeah. My favorite bands, I've really been liking 21 Pilots, and I really like Pierce the Veil. Those are two of my favorite bands. Something I really miss is my family. My family, like I said, is in Idaho, and I only get to see them a couple times a year now. Since I moved over here, we're like 13 hours away, so that's kind of unfortunate, but I'm gonna go see them next month, and I just saw them last month, so I'm already on a roll. Where do I go when I'm sad? My bed, and I cuddle Peanut. How long does it take you to get ready in the morning? It depends on where I'm going. I work at Starbucks, so when we open over there, I get up at 3:30 in the morning, and I'm out the door by 3:50. I brush my teeth, you know, put some clothes on to go to work, and go to work basically. I like wake up at 3. My alarm goes off again at 3:35. I get up, go do all my stuff out there. I come in here at 3:40. I put my work clothes on. At 3:45, I just have a few minutes to just like chill and be like, okay, time to go. And then at 3:50, I'm out the door. So I have a lot of alarms set in the morning. But like if it's a day like today where I'm just chilling until I have to go to work, at 5 p.m., I mean, I could take hours to get ready because I love playing with makeup and using new things and making new looks. So it just depends. Have you ever been in a physical fight? No, I haven't, but I like to wrestle, like with Dalton. He and I used to wrestle a lot. We haven't lately, but, and then when I was a junior in high school, there was this boy in my class and I really didn't necessarily like him. And he kept poking me and I turned around. I'm gonna call him, what should I call him? I'm gonna call him Dakota just because that's the first name that came to my mind. His name is not Dakota, but that's just what I'm gonna call him. So I was like, Dakota, if you touch me one more time, I'm going to punch you in the face. And he was on the football team and all the football boys were around him. So they were like, ha ha ha, so funny. Let's watch Dakota get punched in the face. So when my back was turned, they like pushed his arm. So he like did that to my back. And I turned around and like right hooked him in the, like the nose and the lip. And then I left hooked him and got him in the shoulder. And everybody thought it was really funny. And he's like, I didn't even mean to touch you. It was their fault. And I was like, told you not to touch me. I'm pretty sure I made his lip bleed. And my teacher just laughed. Next question. What turns me on? Definitely confidence. I love seeing somebody that's confident and somebody that's real. Like Dalton, he's just Dalton. So, I mean, obviously he's doing both those things because I'm with him for almost 4 years. And then what turns me off? Somebody being fake and assholes. Like somebody that is just really rude to people and like can't be nice and being fake. Like those two things, like I don't want anything to do with you. Quality you look for in a partner. Well, along with confidence and genuineness, I guess I could say, like being real, I also really enjoy somebody that is compassionate and somebody that's inspiring, funny. There's so many things that I look for. The next question is, what's your favorite color? And my favorite color is blue. It's always been blue. I don't know why. It's blue. Loud music or soft? It depends on my mood. It depends on how I'm feeling. It depends on how tired I am. But I can do either. The next question is, what's your favorite quote? And I don't really have a favorite quote, to be honest. It used to be, everything's okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. And I've just found myself to not really enjoy that quote as much as I used to. So I don't really have a favorite quote. I don't really have a quote to live by. Favorite actor, or Jennifer Aniston. She's amazing. And Jennifer Lawrence. I really look up to both of those women. The reason I joined YouTube is because, okay, so when I was in junior high, I loved makeup and I'd play with it all the time. And then once I hit high school, I kind of fell out of using makeup, I guess. And then I just never used it ever unless it was like a special occasion. And even then I just put like some eyeliner on and mascara and call it good. And then about a year ago, last March, I think, my family came here and my older sister and my mom and I all went to Sephora, and it was my first time going to a Sephora. And I bought an eyeshadow palette from the Sephora brand. So it was my first high-end eyeshadow palette. I'll probably keep it forever. And that began this. I just started watching a bunch of YouTube tutorials and, you know, YouTubers, and I was like, that looks like so much fun. I would love that. And I just really wanted a way to connect with people, I guess. I was going through a really, really hard time when I first moved here. And so this was my way of getting lost inside my mind almost, like just being so, just doing whatever I wanted, you know. It was just a lot of fun, and it's actually built a lot of confidence in me, and it's made me venture out and do new things and try new products, and it's just been a lot of fun. But that's the reason that I started YouTube. Do you have any fears, and what are they? My biggest fear is not dying, but like being like murdered and or like being tortured in any way, shape, or form, like physically, mentally, and emotionally. Like, I've been through that, I can do it, but being physically tortured, I couldn't do it. Like, I have been in a way, but like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Basically, being physically tortured is, I can't, or like, okay, so this is gonna be really morbid, but for those women and men and everybody out there who has been victimized in any way, shape, or form, like, it makes me sick. Like, I hate it. But like, especially when it comes to like rape or human trafficking, anything like that, like, it makes me sick. And I really wish that were not the case, that was not going on in this world. And it makes me really sick that people want to do that and want to spread that around. Like, just that kind of stuff makes me absolutely disgusted and makes me want to throw up. So that's on a serious note. I'm not gonna get too far into it, but on a lighter note, I really don't like shots. I have so many piercings and tattoos, but I do not like shots at all. I hate shots. I can't do it. What's the last thing that made you cry? Alcohol, in a sense. I get really emotional when I drink alcohol, so. Meaning behind your YouTube name, it's my name, Casey Stewart, that's my name, so nothing too exciting. Last time you said you loved somebody was actually just a few minutes ago. I got off the phone with my boyfriend and I was like, love you, bye. So, last book you read, Tweak by Nick Sheff was the last book that I started reading. I read it before, but I was reading it when I was flying to and from Idaho last month. And I really, really, really love that book. It's so good. If you haven't read it or heard of it, so the author's name is Nick Sheff, and he actually wrote a memoir, basically, about his life and his struggles with addiction to methamphetamine and heroin and cocaine and just all sorts of stuff. And he just like basically goes into really deep detail about his life and the struggles that he's had with it. So it's really, 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 really good. I love it. I love books like that, though. I love books like that. The last show you watched, I'm currently watching Switched at Birth. Last place you were, hi, here, I'm home. But the last, what does that mean? Does that mean traveling? Does that mean, like, where were you before this place? I was working last night, but the last place I traveled was to Idaho at the beginning of January. Last sport you played was soccer. Who's the last person you talked to? Dalton. Last song you sang? Oh, I subconsciously sing songs all the time and sing 2 songs, so I cannot tell you that. The relationship between you and the person you last texted was my friend Emily, and we are really, really good friends. She's my best friend here in Oregon, and yeah. Favorite food? Okay, what kind of food are we talking about here, though? Are we talking about meals? Are we talking about snacks? Are we talking about specific restaurants? Like, what are we talking about? That needs to be more specific, because I absolutely love ribs, like love ribs and elk steak, and I love them. But what about snacks? This dip, I was just eating it, this jalapeno cheddar cheese dip from Fritos, and like a bag of Fritos, like so good, I die. But so it just depends on what kind of food we're talking about, but I'm really picky, so I will be able to tell you. Place you want to visit. I'm going to New York in July, and I'm really, really excited, so I definitely want to visit there. I really, really want to go to Bora Bora at some point in time, because that looks absolutely amazing and gorgeous there. I would also love to visit Paris. I really want to visit the Morphe store in Burbank, California. I have a lot of places that I would love to visit. I don't know that I will ever be able to visit all of them, but that would be really cool, and it's a dream, so. What's the last time you kissed somebody? This morning when my boyfriend was going to work. The last time I was insulted, I don't know. There's one day that, okay, so I work at Starbucks and I'm a shift supervisor over there. And there was one day that one of the baristas that works with me told me that I'm really annoying a lot of the time that I'm working, and that people are sometimes like, wow, I just wish Casey would leave. So that made me really upset. It was really embarrassing too because she said it in front of a ton of people, so. Favorite flavor of sweet? Strawberry. What instruments do you play? I don't play instruments. Last time you hung out with anyone? I mean, technically this morning because Dalton was here. Who should answer these questions next? Anybody and everybody should answer these questions next because these haven't been done in so long, and I think that they should come back up and let's hear people's answers. So I tag anybody watching this video to make a video of your own or just answer them in the comment section below. So yeah, that is the end of the TMI tag. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope you learned a little bit more about me. That was really fun to do. I've never done anything like that before, so it was cool to open up to you guys and let myself known to you guys a little bit more. And yeah, I hope that you really enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.